right. So, hey everyone. Oh my goodness, what a great day. Beautiful spring day here in Culpeper. And what a great way to be able to promote our spring and summer wardrobe stylist. I've got such a great challenge for her. I have to say, I am so serious. Maura and I connected 2 weeks ago, Maura?
Yeah, it's really, yeah.
Okay, so before I get started, because I can zoom in on it, I want you to introduce yourself, please. Tell us who you are, the name of your business, and then I'm going to tell everybody how we met and how this fireworks started. So this is awesome.
Well, thank you for having me on the show. I know we're going to have fun. So my name is Maura Gaughan, and I am a personal stylist, a personal wardrobe stylist. A lot of people ask me, do you do hair? Do you do, and I don't. So I just work with people's wardrobes. My small business is called Wandering Parisian, and I've been doing this for about 3 years now. And I work with both men and women. And a lot of my clients are people that are professionals that are trying to get a refresh, or people that are going through some kind of change. A lot of people come to me during a time of change. And that includes people that are getting out into the dating world, which we can talk more about later. But
I know, I'm excited about that. That's good. Change, hello, change because COVID happened. And now, okay, we did 9 months of sweats, but now you really actually need to put some real clothes on.
Yes. Exactly. But the funny thing is that, a lot of fashion houses kind of took this into consideration. I mean, sometimes we see a lot of fashions that are on the runway and think, wow, that's interesting. It's beautiful, but it's kind of disconnected from my life. But I feel like this season in particular, knitwear is in.
Oh.
Sporty materials are in. They've and flowy dresses, they've kind of grasped the fact that people are coming out of their cocoon.
Cocoon.
And in a way that, maybe they put on a few pounds between sizes, whatever, but it's actually really encouraging.
I love it. I love it. So for those that are just joining us, Maura and I met 2 weeks ago. Right? And we've already had 5 different conversations. It's been amazing. I just love your energy, your beauty within, and what you stand for. So I'm going to dive kind of into it. And what I want to do is, first of all, Wandering Parisian. Okay? Tell us a little bit about your background, your story, how you came up with the name.
Yeah. So this is my second career. I used to be in public health. I was a public health behavior research professional. And so what that meant was that I worked in a lot of both domestic and international spheres where we were looking at how people sort of behaved around accessing healthcare. What were some of the motivators and things that sort of were demotivators, how environment and community and, where they lived either helped or prevented them from accessing healthcare and their views around it. And so from that profession, you really, get to know people's behaviors. And I think I'm a natural sort of behavioralist. And so I sort of burnt out of it, after a while, after 15 years. And so in 2015, my then husband had asked me, hey, I have an opportunity to go to France. Do you want to come, quit your job and we'll just kind of just see what we can see. And so I did. And I went there.
Well, wait a second here. Oh, do I want to go to France? Could I just go do something, see the sights? That would take a little bit of time to figure that out too, for sure.
Yeah. So after my arm got untwisted.
Yes.
We went and we had a great time. And the thing that I realized the most was I just really enjoyed seeing people's style, both men and women, and how effortless it was and how they really cared about what they wore, but it wasn't over the top. It was basically coordinating what they wore and taking pride in that. So, there was nothing sort of spectacular about it, but it was just, like I say, effortless. And I thought, I live in DC where people have, lots of resources, but nobody's dressing like this. So I personally felt like I could come back to DC and really be able to work with people to, just do tweaks, about their style, or teach them about, how better to dress for their body type. I feel a lot of people don't know, and the tricks around that, there are tricks, and not everybody knows them. So got back to the States. I got certified as a stylist, and I started my business.
That is amazing. That is awesome. That's awesome. So, and now you and I have talked a little bit about, okay, you started your business. I want to just kind of dive in because, again, what I do is I like to use my triple D approach, which is people, they dive in, they drill down, they dive in, and they do it. Now, I happen to know you thought how your business was going to look like, and then you also thought, wait a second, this isn't even it. It's something completely different. So tell our listeners and people watching, how did that look for you?
So at first, so I live in DC, and my neighborhood, we have a lot of young families. And so there was a lot of my friends and a lot of women in my neighborhood that were new moms, but they were also professionals, so they had taken time off, they had their baby, and now they're going back to work. And they're looking at their closet saying, my gosh, how am I going to make this work when there's 3 things in my closet that fit me? I'm breastfeeding. I'm going back to work. I'm kind of in this really funky space. A lot of times it was a first baby. So they're just really juggling everything, and they don't have time. So, I would come in and I would help them put outfits together, and not breaking the bank, not going out and buying a lot and spending a lot of money, because they are in this in-between phase, which I think is super important to keep in mind. I think a lot of people think that stylists want you to go out and just spend, tons of money, and that's 100%. Not the issue. It's really about your lifestyle. So I started working with new moms, and then I ended up starting to work with men.
I love this part.
And then it just sort of turned into, working with people that are getting out there and dating. So I can speak to my own personal story around that. So I became single after almost 20 years in a partnership, and was out in the dating world. And while I had the style thing down, it was just really kind of a daunting experience. And like I tell people, I hadn't dated since the Clinton years. So you can imagine. And so, I was coming across a lot of guys from the profiles on the dating apps that I was on. And I just thought, my gosh, somebody needs to help these men.
Who's dressing you? Who's dressing you? Who didn't tell you can't walk out looking like that?
Yes.
I like it.
So from that, and I will call this primary data, gathering. Yeah. I think women probably have a little bit more of a clue, especially when they're older. But what I also find too is people have a lot of professional clothes, and maybe they have a lot of workout clothes, but there's not a whole lot
in between. I like it.
Right. For going out, or whether they are in a partnership or not, date night outfits are they don't have a whole lot. So
I like it. Okay. So now here's what Maura and I decided. Okay. So we're going to do like a live consultation. We're not quite sure how this is all going to go, but we're going to figure it out. I am the world's worst shopper. So my friends have all told, and I've already told Maura this. I'm like, it's because, Kylie, you don't buy outfits, right? I go in and I like, oh, I like that shirt, or I like that thing, or bottoms or top or whatever. But I have no clue what to put with it. I suck at that. Suck at it. So the other thing that I do, I can say this because it's my podcast and I'm on live. I can say I'm a consignment slut. I love consignment stores, right? Now, but so Maura said, okay, Kylie, how are we going to do this? First of all, because of COVID, you are not going into homes, right? Where you're not getting to like go into their closets, go reach out, say, this is so old, get rid of it, do this, do that. So we're kind of pivoting some things. So we're going to do like an online consultation. Maura said, okay, bring like some pieces that you like, some maybe complicated because you don't even get to wear because you can't figure out how to put something together with it. So we are going to go live on this live consultation. You're going to see what the worst shopper ever putting outfits together. I'm it. And so, okay, are you ready?
Let's do it.
Okay, let's do it. Okay, here we go. I'm going to be standing up. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so, okay. Okay, can you see me?
Yes.
Okay, now, outfit number 1. I just want to tell you something. I bought these little flowery pants, right? So fun, little croppy pants. I've not gotten to wear them once because I have nothing to wear them with. Now, I thought this little top was quite fun and definitely is not necessarily a great top with it.
This doesn't look awful to me.
Okay. But like, okay. So now that's a good point. That's a good point. We're going to keep going because I want to show you something else.
Okay.
So this is what happens with me. I pick this top. Oh, it's a blue top. I like it, right? And then I say to myself, oh, what the hell am I going to wear with this top? I don't still wear this top because I suck at putting outfits together. Like, do I wear it on the bottom? Do I tuck it in? Do I wear it things? And then, who's the arms and then something over, something like that, right? I dress mostly casual. Like I could put my shoes up. I still am wearing this little dress, but I'm wearing Keds on the bottom, right? So think, think Mel Robinson, which I love her little outfits, right? So this is an awesome outfit. I just want to show you this. Okay, now, awesome.
Oh, wow.
I know you would love this one. I am so glad I bought this at my little consignment store. Such cute little bottoms and such cute top or such jacket. Guess what? No top to wear with it.
No what?
Top. I have nothing to, I don't know what to put with it on the top.
Oh.
I have to have like a little something, a cami, a blah, blah, blah. So I don't get to wear it.
Yeah, I feel like a cami would go really well underneath that.
Okay? So I think some basics would help me, right? Okay, now.
Yeah.
Then, okay, so now we got our little casual, like capri jeans, right? No, like black, white market capri jeans and some sort of weird little white top that I can maybe tuck in. I'm not quite sure. And a scarf because I thought I'm going to throw in some color. So, okay, Maura, me knowing that I am the suckiest of the outfits, I will win the prize for you. So, tell me like what on the heck I do with my closet because now I'm going to get rid of all my winter stuff. Like I just want like, okay, what's my basics? Like, okay, I'm casual. I'm not going to ever be like 4-piece, la la la, dress, this, that, whatever. I'm super casual. But I also want to be put together business casual. How do you become business casual? How do you start getting your pieces together?
Right. Well, I think you're kind of ahead of the game because you know what your style is. I think sometimes people feel a little torn, like, am I classic? Am I boho? And the answer is you can be both. You don't have to choose. That's the lovely part of creating your own style. It's your style. And it's based on what you like. And that's your style. I would say, and I just wrote this in a blog post, I would say go back to your basics. Make sure you have the basics down. And again, like we talked about, like a cami underneath that blue jacket, a white cami, or if you had some kind of like a blush tone would even go well because you have a pink.
Little pink. Yeah.
So I would even say like a blush.
Yeah.
Tank. Like it would look really pretty. And then if you had shoes that would pick up that blush or maybe even that that pink, that deep pink that you have there,
Mm-hmm.
that would look so beautiful because I think it's almost like a statement jacket. And so you want something that's not going to like pop out. You want something that's, kind of softer too,
Mm-hmm.
because that's such a statement.
I like
So
it.
would look really pretty. And I think that would look really nice with your skin tone too.
Okay, I like it. I like it. Okay, so was it like bizarre? Was it bizarre picking this complete like green? I don't even know what the hell was I thinking with this thing. And again, I oh, that's funny because it's my second white black outfit. But like, I bought this.
Yeah.
I haven't worn it. I'm telling you, I haven't worn it. And I am like, what in the world was I thinking with this? I guess it's what is it? Not lime
It's
green, chartreuse. Is it?
chartreuse.
Okay.
Yeah. So chartreuse, probably one of the reasons that you liked it. Chartreuse was really in last season. So you probably saw it everywhere.
Uh huh.
So it's probably something that you ran across. You thought, I don't have anything, but I'm seeing it everywhere. So why not? And so, honestly, I think so it fits you, right?
Yeah, I think so. I haven't tried it on this season, but I pulled it out of my
Okay.
closet. I mean, like I have a
mean-
teeny weeny closet. We already talked about that. So like today,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna be meeting Mara. I gotta get my stuff out. So I pulled out all my stuff, tried to grab some of my spring things, and I'm like, yeah, Mara, I'm not quite sure if it fits exactly the way I want it to.
Let's just assume so. Let's just go ahead and do that.
Yes, thank you.
Love it. I love that top. One, and I will tell you, so we had talked about your body type. You have you're bigger a little bit on top.
Mm-hmm.
You are below. That neckline is perfect for somebody that has a bigger torso.
Mm-hmm.
There's big across the bust.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you wear something that's sort of high neck, sometimes it looks almost like a block. This is
Good point. Good
Yeah.
point. Good point.
Very feminine. You could wear that with jeans. You could, you could wear that with jeans, and then the tennis shoes that you have on now would look super cute.
I like it. I like it.
Versatile.
I like it. That's really, really smart. That's really smart. So I think that like people, one of the things that somebody told me, like actually an ex-mother-in-law, which I adore still, and some of the other friends, is like, Kylie, you have to buy outfits. So talk to us about like, do you go in? Because I know that how I do it is not the smartest way, right? But like, do you go in? Do you buy like, okay, I got a top, I got a bottom, I got the accessories. How do you suggest and how do you tell people what to do?
So I usually tell people to make sure you have the basics.
Okay.
Kind of like camis, like maybe, and again, this depends on your coloring, whether you're cool and a white or you're the warmer tone, so we're cream, right? So those are two kind of camps. So you want to make sure you have the basics, like a cami that's white or cream or a blush color or something. You want to make sure that you have sort of the white pants, the black pants, those sorts of things, or browns. One of the suggestions I have for a basic for this season is khaki. Khaki on top and the bottom. Monochromatic is very in. So I would throw khaki in there. So make sure you have your basics. And from there, you can build off of that. I would argue, some people do say, and it depends on how you kind of think of things. If you know what's in your closet, you can go and pick things out and buy them because that's going to go with X, Y, and Z that I already have. So I feel like things probably speak to you and that's why you select them.
Right.
So I think there's probably some joy in that. I wouldn't squelch that at all, but I would start to think about what you have in your closet when you do that. Some people, it is easier for them to buy outfits, and God bless, that's great. That's how they process. And I think that's good. So I would, number one, make sure people have the basics, the basic foundations for which you can build off of. And number two, know what's in your closet. So when you do go out and you do get inspired, buy it, because it's going to go with those black jeans or that basic piece that I have. And when you get that piece, that sweater that speaks to you, look for earrings or look for something like a scarf that maybe would go with it. So that you tie into a basic pant or a basic skirt that you have,
I like it.
And cohesive.
I like it. So one of the things like I think is when you are shopping, for example, do you suggest or do you find with your clients, men and women, where like there is a specific brand that works for them? Do you say, hey, kind of hone in on that brand and then build from that brand? Would that be something that you would
Yeah.
suggest?
Yeah, because some brands, and as you know, some things are cut, more narrow, some
Mm-hmm.
things, are a little bit more roomy. And I think if people gravitate towards that brand, I think that's great. I think where I can come in and help is being able to understand their body type and those pieces that they like from that brand and being able to make an outfit or outfits work. If I love, whatever the brand is, and then we can even kind of build off of that.
I like that. So, okay. So now let's talk a little bit more about on the dating scene because I think that that's a fun topic, right? And
Yeah.
I used that commercial. It's like a laundry commercial. It doesn't make any difference, but it's hilarious because the female is sitting across this little bar, whatever, and they're trying to have like a meal or a drink or whatever. And like his shirt is like dragging down like it's all whatever, and that is kind of funny because I think that perhaps women, maybe we are more conscious of our everyday sort of thing, and then men, now you're going to get back into the dating scene and you're like, I don't
Mhm.
even know what's hot, what's not, what am I going to do? Like, talk to, because I think that's like a really great ideal client for you. So let's talk about the funness of that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and this kind of goes back to how what I said before is a lot of people come to me when they go through transitions. I talked about women becoming moms, people in the work arena, getting groomed for C-suite. But in the dating world, it is a different, it's a change of life. It really is. And a lot of people, when they have gone through, we'll just say divorce or a separation, they change as a person. What they like and they're choosing for themselves changes too. They're evolving.
Mm-hmm.
So they want a closet that's going to reflect that. They're looking in their closet thinking, okay, over the last 20 years, what have I worn? What haven't I worn? What fits? I don't know if you know this. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people do, but when you do go through a divorce, a lot of people drop significant
Oh
amounts.
yeah, of course, yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
So stuff doesn't even fit now,
right.
right? Plus it being out of date. That and then I think I had mentioned this before. A lot of people have, the professional wardrobe. They have the stuff that they do yard work in and your workout stuff. And there's not a whole lot in between. So what I like to do is tell people, let's hone in on your style. Let's get some really good outfits. And this works especially well with guys because they're kind of, they're very concrete thinkers. Yeah. And so, yes, you tell me to do this, I would wear this outfit. So I make sure that they have go-to outfits that they can rely on. Like, this is a coffee date. This is what you want to wear. This is what you want to wear on a first date dinner. You want to step it up a little bit.
Right.
And then also if you're transitioning from office to a date,
mm-hmm.
This is how you do that. You don't want to look all stuffy,
right.
And this is how we can transition. So it is fun. It's a lot of fun because they're going through this transition and they're learning a lot about themselves and what they like. And they're to be honest, they're also in a very vulnerable position too. They're
vulnerable and excited.
What's that?
Vulnerable and excited.
Vulnerable and excited.
Yes.
Exactly. But vulnerable also means opportunity to learn and grow. And that's, what is that, like Brene Brown's thing?
Yeah, I like it. So, but also, you know what, on a little different note on that same topic, we also talked about like, hey, let's say, for example, on the senior level, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where perhaps somebody has passed, whatever it might be. And now you're out there and you're trying to figure out like who you are, what's your lifestyle, what's your actual wardrobe style these days. And I think that you hit on a very delicate topic and a note on that. So I just kind of want to talk a little bit about that, if you don't mind.
Yeah. So when I started this, I did speak with people that were in support group, a few people that were in support groups that had lost a partner, because I felt like it was very, I would be remiss to assume that I knew what they were going through. So I thought it was very important to also speak with men and women as they process things very differently. And so for women, what I found was they were going through a process by which they were relearning how to be a person that they wanted to be without having a spouse of, 30 some years.
Right.
There's this one woman in particular, she said, when I go shopping and I'm picking stuff out, I automatically think, oh, I don't remember her husband's name.
Right.
Let's call him Larry.
Right.
Larry wouldn't like this, or he doesn't like this color. And then she said, then I would think, well, screw Larry. He's not.
Right. Right. I'm trying to please me, not Larry.
This
right.
is what I want.
Right.
This is what, and so they really are discovering how to make choices, what they want to, how they want to express themselves, how they want to show up in the world.
Mm-hmm.
It's a whole new ballgame for people. And it's such a beautiful thing. And they need a little bit of help on figuring that out. I like this, I like that. Let's put it together and make it work. For men,
okay, I like this.
They more plug and play. So when I would interview men, they would sort of, I would say, how has your life changed? How are you? What are the new things in your world? Because I wanted to not just speak about clothes.
Yeah, yeah, because that's actually important.
And for them, it was more like, well, I play tennis more. I've moved my apartment. I go out more. It was very much like concrete things, whereas women were just sort of, it was just more of a blossoming time for them. And for men, it was kind of like, their loss was significant, obviously, but for them, it wasn't like they were sort of reinventing themselves. It was like, yeah, I could do things differently. Sure. It wasn't like, I don't know, like a full evolution.
I think that that's a very important part because, so like my entrepreneurs hangout in April is going to be about like how to grow your business or how to start a business, but then how to have it really, really focused on what's important for you, but market research. So you and I talked a little bit about the market research that you did. And that is actually how you've got to be able to do the market research first, because otherwise you're going to throw a lot of time and probably a lot of resources out there by not actually doing a little bit of the market research. So you learned women think this way, men think this way. And so men actually are now more on your radar.
Yes.
Because number one, they need some more help because we want them to look good when they go out on their dates or how they update themselves, right? But just simply on the differences as to how they think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that, Maura. I like that.
It was really, I was a little shocked by it, to be honest. Yeah. But, women are from Venus, men are from Mars, and then
you got it. We love it. We love it. Okay, so now okay. So this is kind of an interesting thing. So I know that we're going to do a deeper dive into what it looks like for entrepreneurs to start a business, right? And I'm going to kind of dovetail into something, which is not to put you on the spot, but like before we go, I am so grateful. I am so excited to be able to see growth and various different things because now you've learned a lot from COVID, right? You've learned a lot from COVID, the shutdown, the how we're going to be able to, you and I have talked about like video software as to like go into look in people's closets and also align yourself with like, okay, that doesn't need to be thrown away. It needs to be donated, right? I'm just using these
Mhm.
things as an example. How can I get you updated? How can I also perhaps inspire others to be
Mhm.
able to have a career path, a business of their own? And how can we make this a non geographical area where you can actually blossom and start a business? So I'm really super excited about that. We're going to take all of your knowledge and
Mhm.
like allow others to be able to flourish on that. So just a
Yeah.
little bit like on your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would be I would love that. I mean, first of all, I think if I can create something of value for other people while I'm creating value for myself, it's a win-win. I
Yes.
see that a lot of people that are, work retail shops, whatever, they can also be stylists on their own and build their own business
Mhm.
on their own time. And so I would love to create a curriculum by which I can share my knowledge with people, in particular with this niche group
Yes.
of people that are out there and dating and they need help,
Right.
to put together these outfits because they need a little bit of confidence. And you know what? Somebody helping them put an outfit together and saying, you look good, that's a million. Yeah,
Yeah. I
right?
love that. I love it. I love it.
It's
Because,
it's perfect. So
yep.
I would love to teach people how to do that because I know there's a need out there.
I know. And you know what? You and I talked, and I'm going to like, so for example, the difference between, say, for example, your average retail store, okay, big brand retail store, it doesn't matter which one they are. And also, say, for example, exclusive retail store, Neiman Marcus or something big brand, right? Like
Mhm.
we've all had the different experiences as to those salespeople, right?
Yes,
And they have a talent. They have a talent. They're
yes,
making bupkis. So why not take that talent and make it and create your own business? And
that's
so
right.
I
That's
so
right.
so everybody that's listening, Mara and I, you're going to get to watch us along the journey. We're going to
Mhm.
be creating this curriculum. We're going to be creating this opportunity. And it's going to also just allow that person, like, hey, listen, I work retail, but I never thought this was possible.
Mhm. Mhm.
And you are out there being the superstar, the ambassador to be able to say, no, yes, you can.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I love it. I love it. Mara,
Yeah.
and we're going to be able to, so this is hilarious. Mara and I only live like about an hour from each other.
Mhm.
But we are going to be like doing train smashing ideas. We are going to be able to do some workshops and it's going to be fabulous, people. So if you love style, if you
Mhm.
love clothing, you need to keep your eye on this woman here because she is going to blow you out of the water, get you dating, get you more confidence. And
Mhm.
Mara, I think it's like touching one person's lives at a time.
I love it. I love it. Yes. Well, that's one of the reasons I left public health too, is, I miss that one-on-one. I'm a people person.
Yeah.
I love the one-on-one, which is also why I love what I do.
Yes. So, just a little bit before we go, I want to talk about like, okay, lifestyle. For example, now, because I think that that's super important to me, which is lifestyle and the entrepreneurship and lifestyle. This
Yeah.
allows you to be able to have the lifestyle with your family,
Mhm.
be able to go travel, take them on vacation, just a little bit on a mom's perspective or a single parent's perspective.
Yeah. So I mean, COVID, right? Like the kids aren't in school. So I've spent a lot of time with my son this year, and I have to just say, I don't know. I know, a lot of people have gone through a lot through this period, and I don't want to make light of that. I think for me, in my experience, I've been able to hang with my son more, and I am forever grateful for that. I know it wasn't under the best terms, but it has allowed me to, work from home, be with him. I had to pivot like everybody else to do virtual closet audits and appointments with clients. But you know what, we've turned the corner, and, I'm actually getting my first, we had talked about this, I'm getting my first vaccine shot tomorrow.
Awesome.
We're excited about that. And so, I think as an entrepreneur and wanting to have a successful business, I look forward to having amazing experiences with my son and really growing my business to do that.
That's great. And now I know, again, now you get to go visit your mom and in Ohio. Yes. And so here's the deal. Yes. Where else can we do this? You got your son, you got your business, you're going to go visit your mom. That is the epitome. That is the ideal laptop lifestyle. I can still do all of these things together and still have my business and go actually live life. Yes. So, Maura, as we wrap this up, I'm going to be giving all of our listeners your details below in the links. And you also have a little bit of a takeaway in your just give me it, because I saw you have your PDF that people can download from your site. I just want you to hold it up because this is going to be what they're going to. Yep. A little bit of a cheat sheet.
A fashion guide. And essentially what it is all of the summer and spring fashions that were on the runway. They're kind of all in this one guide. It's like 16 pages. But it's good to know. It's a nice reference because you can use this in your closet to keep what you weren't sure was still trending, and now you know. To look at the pieces and be inspired and how to put things together. And I think that's important. We all need inspiration. Yep. I think it's also a really good way to figure out what's in your closet and to see things here and say, if I get this and piece that together, I'll have a full outfit. I love it. Kind of like the khaki, monochromatic khaki outfit. This is kind of ironic. The ultimate gray and illuminating yellow are the two colors for this year.
Wow.
It's really funny because I think what it is, it's like we went through the gray cloud and the yellow is on the other side. So I say embrace it. You know what? Embrace it.
That's awesome. So I'm going to be again, everybody, do not worry. We're going to be giving you the links below. You can get Maura's cheat sheet onto what's the spring colors and what's fashionable, what's trends. And she's going to help you be what I'm not, which is a terrible shopper. She's going to get you stylish. So awesome. Maura, my darling, I love you to pieces. And I look forward to get on the journey of entrepreneurship and keeping our listeners and our watchers right glued to you. You got it. So before we go, everyone, just remember, this is the Entrepreneurs Hangout Podcast. I cannot do this without you. We need loves, likes, shares, and share it with your friends. Bye for now.
We are JG Design, the proud producers of Entrepreneurs Hangout with Kylie Dahl. We are a company that specializes in video and audio production that will elevate your business and add value to your brand. Find us at jgdesignonline.com for more information.